a film that I'm gonna bring up is it's actually brought to us on HBO Max, and it's a film called Kimmy.
Hmm.
Blue Hair Don't Care. Um, and it's pretty much it's focused on a tech worker that's played by Zoe Kravitz that has agoraphobia, and she discovers recorded evidence of a violent crime, but is met with resistance when she tries to report it. And in the midst of her trying to seek out justice, she must have to do the one thing that she fears most, and that is leave the house.
Hmm.
And this one it's it's a short-winded what you see is what you get style thriller. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't really twist and turn you. I mean, we're pretty much we're riding the highway with the pedal to the floor. I think that the fast pacing of this film really helps like keep the tone
Hmm.
with what they were trying to, what they were trying to do with this film, which pretty much we find out as shortly into the film that it takes place during the COVID time because you see people with the masks and everything, and
Yeah, I think
the
that was cool
constant,
to incorporate that into
the constant
the.
hand sanitizing and all that stuff, which that also I feel like it kind of like really helped bring emphasis and helped
Mhm.
intensify um, the paranoia and the isolation aspect that this film wanted to give us out the gate, anyways.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you know, I feel like as far as the plot and premise goes, like I said, it's real cut and dry. You know what I mean? But Zoe Kravitz for me, like she really just she stole the show with. I mean, maybe somebody else could have did this style film the same way, maybe better, maybe worse, who knows. But the way Zoe Kravitz like dove into her role and really engulfed this character just with like with the look and the demeanor, and even the simple things like how she conversates with other individuals or her mannerisms that like really stood out to me.
Mhm.
It really just helped really put the period at the end of the sentence of what we were getting from this film. um it's not, like I said, it's not gonna like it's nothing that's gonna to wow you or bring a whole lot of shock value. It's pretty much, you watch it, and you're like, oh, all right, cool. Um, but I was impressed, and it also it left a little questions for me, like as far as like they advertise her as an agoraphobic, but is she really that, or is it caused by the COVID? You know what I'm saying? Some people, when the COVID
Mhm.
first hit, were afraid to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? So
I think because the conversation she has with her mom, it makes it seem like it's an ongoing thing. Because even the mom alludes to like, have you left the house? Kind of, when the conversations that they have, and
right,
and even her relationship with one of the neighbors, they mentioned that, well, she's like, I was lonely, it was a pandemic, and blah blah blah. So that's how they ended
but
up
then again, they all
linking.
have really big windows with
Yeah,
no curtains. So I mean, it's
but at the
real
same
easy
time,
to throw a
feel
signal over
like
the
that,
hey.
like as I'm thinking about it, that could be like a plot hole, because you could have done that anytime, had someone come
Exactly.
over. Like, yeah, it's weird, but I don't think it's the pandemic that's doing it, because they don't
Okay.
pump it up enough. And her reaction to going outside is just extra. It's not just
It,
I'm scared or I'm being
it
overly
seems
positive.
really
It's
hard for
like
her to
weird
do.
panic attacks
You
and
know.
all of that stuff. But the thing about this film, like, I really enjoyed it up until maybe the last fifth of it. And I
Yeah.
think that's where it falls apart. Like, the climax is like, as soon as we just start getting clues and connecting dots, it's over.
Yeah.
And I think it ended in a really anticlimactic manner, and a lot of
Absolutely.
questions were really left unanswered. Like, we don't know why. A lot, it's just,
Yeah.
without spoiling things, it just left me like, what was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you had another act to film, and you just ran out of money or time, and just, all right, that's it, I'm good.
Well,
Um,
yeah, yeah. And to your point, like I said, I mean, this is definitely a really condensed film.
you know what it feels
70
like?
per
It feels like maybe this thing probably should have been like a Twilight Zone episode.
Or like a Black Mirror episode or something.
But it got the full feature film
Yeah,
treatment,
because it was long. It was too long to be an episode, but not long enough to be a feature film. I mean, it's clocking in at 89 minutes, and it's a quick 89 minutes at that. And like you, I feel, I felt like the ending was rushed and it was unclimactic. Like, once the credits started rolling, I was just like, well, all right. But everything leading up to that, I was fully engaged. I mean, the intensity level was up, and like I said, I mean, Zoe Kravitz, especially like when she gets out in it. I mean, if you really watch this and just see how much attention she paid to detail, like as far as the way she's walking and maneuvering, I mean, it almost felt like you were a bug on the wall at times watching her just live her life as this particular character. But all in all, I would give it, I'd say about a 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I would rush back to, because I feel like after you see it the first time, it might lose its luster. But I was entertained. You know what I'm saying? And the shortcomings of the ending and the rushed aspect that we got in that last phase doesn't take away from all of the buildup that we got for the other 75 minutes of this film. You know what I'm saying? And so I would suggest people give it a shot, man. Shit, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. And it's Steven Soderbergh, man, who I always check out anything. I'll check out anything he does, man.
And not for nothing, I was looking into this one a little bit, and people were trying to bag him for this film, like trying to say it was like his worst film he ever did and stuff. I was like,
not the worst thing he's ever did.
This is not the worst film he ever did.
Nah.
He actually, I mean,
he's done a lot of films. He's one of those guys who's doing like a film a year, sometimes 2. So this is definitely not the worst one.
And also, I mean, think of how many other films tried to, throw the COVID aspect into their movies and just completely missed the mark. This one actually took it and did something kind of unique and different with it, because it also throws in the I don't want to say the technological device, because
that's
will turn on.
That's the premise of it. Basically, she works at a company that works on something like like Apple's assistant or Alexa's assistant, or
there you go. Wait.
Said the word.
No, way you threw it in there, that was cool, because when I say it, she turns on.
so basically, she's reviewing error reports, and she has to go through and see why this thing caused an error and try to resolve it. Maybe she has to correct a word to make sure that the system is picking it up right. But in this case, it witnesses a crime, and she sees the recording, and she's trying to backtrack and find out what happened here, and if she should go to authorities, whatever. But I mean, like I said, it was an interesting start.
And just one thing I will say is I thought it was a really cool detail that they threw in, like whenever she put her headphones on, the movie went silent, almost to make us as viewers feel like we had the headphones on as well. I thought that was a really cool extra to throw in there. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just helped add the emphasis.
Yeah, I'd check it out. If I was,